Hello, wonderful. Sarah K Ramsey here to talk about growing up after a toxic relationship, which is probably a weird concept, but Ben and I are taking a walk on the beach and kind of see him over there this morning. I wanted to check in with you guys. And this is a question I hear often about, oh my gosh, I feel like a little girl. I feel like almost like a teenager again. You know, there's obviously some missing piece of my childhood that I missed out on or whatever. And I want to talk about growing up after a toxic relationship. Because so often, a stumbling block that I hear is when women say things like, "Ugh, I just wish all people were good." Or, you know, it's just so hard to believe that people are like this. Or, you know, why can't people just be better? Okay? I struggled with the absolute same thing, right? I grew up in a situation where I thought everyone was good. You know, there were bad people out there, but all, you know, the people in my life were good. You know, monsters looked like they had devil's horns and, or whatever. You know, I didn't believe that there were quote unquote bad people in my life. Or that I thought bad people, you'd be able to see them, you'd be able to spot them. And so as you think about growing up after a toxic relationship, you have to come to terms with maturity. And maturity and wisdom is learning to discern and use wisdom to discern who is safe for you and who is not safe for you, who is good for you and who is not good for you, and who is best for you, because we want the right people in our life, not just people who aren't toxic, because there might be not toxic people who just, you know, the personality conflicts or, you know, little things that aren't a big deal. But they don't create your best life for you, right? You don't want, you want the best prom date, not just the first guy who asks you, right? And the best friend, not just a friend, right? And so, Gary Thomas wrote a book called The Sacred Marriage, and he was really big on, comes from a Christian, saving people's marriages and wanting marriages to work out, which is great, right? Of course, no one loves divorce, especially people who've been through it. And he wrote another book called When to Walk Away. And he used to think that being a good Christian, being a good person, meant thinking everybody was good, turning the other cheek, accepting good people, you know, believing everybody, forgiving everybody, giving access to yourself to everybody. And the more he studied and the more conversations he had and the more really stories just like yours of abusive situations, of people who'd been mistreated, he started to realize that wisdom and discernment and being a good person and being a good grown-up meant listening to your intuition, listening to your gut, listening to Holy Spirit, whatever you call it in your life, and listening to that inner voice, listening to your inner voice, and accepting that you have to have the wisdom to discern. You have to decide if someone is good or bad. Just a blank slate of like, oh, they're fine, everybody's wonderful, it really sets you up for failure in your own life. You can do better now. You can listen to that voice now. You can learn the signs now. You can walk away as soon as the red flag hits now. And that is real maturity. That is real wisdom, and it will be a gift not only to you and to your kids, it will be a gift to everyone in your life. Hope that helps. I'm going to go, you see him, I go for a walk with this cutie, and hope